What's happening on social media with Taehyung and Jungkook's photos and videos has reached a completely unacceptable level. Many people are using AI tools to alter private moments that Taehyung himself chose to share publicly. Furthermore, these same people have started petitions demanding an end to what they call fan service between Taehyung and Jungkook. It's absurd and irresponsible to alter real content just to try and place Jimin next to Jungkook in situations where he wasn't. This video manipulation demonstrates a clear denial of reality. For years, Jungkook has openly and directly shown that his attention and affection are directed toward Taehyung. Trying to delete or edit moments they themselves shared to fabricate interactions that never happened only reflects a desperate attempt to hide the truth. The original visual evidence is there, shared by the members themselves without filters or third-party intervention. Calling a genuine relationship fan service and insisting it's all scripted is ignoring the real evidence of every performance and broadcast. The bond between Taehyung and Jungkook is sustained by the authenticity with which they interact both on and off camera. Those who try to alter this footage only demonstrate their inability to accept the facts as they are. That's why it's necessary to clearly denounce these manipulations and defend the original content that Taekook has transparently shared over time. A recent post captured a fun-filled moment between the members, where Jungkook and Jin are seen playfully teasing each other in a hilarious Tom and Jerry style. The caption accompanying the image, "You dialed the wrong number," hinted at the playful atmosphere and the mischief that goes on behind the scenes between the two. However, the most important and relevant detail of the entire scene occurs in the background. Taehyung is seen relaxing peacefully on the sofa, sharing that same space in a completely everyday and relaxed setting. Jungkook's smile at that moment says it all and demonstrates how comfortable he feels being in that same room. These kinds of moments on the sofa clearly show that, regardless of the place or situation, Taehyung and Jungkook always find a way to be together in the same environment. Despite all the noise and fun Jin and Jungkook were having at that moment, Taehyung's presence reclining on the sofa confirms how natural it is for the two of them to share their free time in the same place. For the fan community that closely follows Taekook, this image is yet another direct example of how they behave in their daily lives, acting with the confidence, constant presence, and closeness typical of an official couple who don't need to hide from anyone or pretend in front of the cameras. Although many people may try to ignore Taehyung's presence reclining on that sofa or pretend he isn't there, the visual evidence is undeniable. Taekook has demonstrated on more than one occasion that they are meant for each other through these constant gestures and the spaces they choose to share together on a daily basis. The calm way in which they both coexist so relaxed in the same space once again makes clear to everyone the strength of their real bond, in front of anyone who might doubt the closeness that exists between them. At one of their most recent concerts, a very clear moment between the two members was observed during the live performance. Taehyung performed the exact same dance move that Jungkook had executed earlier on stage, copying the movements with uncanny precision. This coincidence in the choreography demonstrates how they share private details and rehearse or create trends together behind the scenes. Seeing Taehyung perform that signature move of Jungkook's is a direct sign of their close bond and the time they spend alone sharing ideas before going on stage. The way Taehyung and Jungkook take advantage of every possible moment to be together and synchronize their actions on stage confirms the closeness they share in their daily lives. It's no coincidence that Taehyung so precisely adopts Jungkook's gestures and dances in front of thousands of people. This kind of interaction during a concert demonstrates that they are in constant communication and influence each other in everything they do, revealing the comfort and trust that exists in their relationship without needing verbal explanations. For those who closely follow each live event, this shared dance step becomes compelling visual proof of Taekook's dynamic. The way they adapt their movements on stage reflects the strength of their bond and the naturalness with which they appear united. This further highlights that Taehyung and Jungkook's actions stem from a real and constant connection that manifests directly through their work and the moments they choose to share with the public. This event clearly demonstrated how Jungkook constantly adjusted his posture to maintain eye contact with Taehyung. Despite the presence of others and the awkward angle, Jungkook shifted his position and leaned forward completely to ensure he didn't miss a single second of what Taehyung was doing. This wasn't a casual or disinterested glance at his surroundings, but a deliberate effort to make eye contact in the middle of a public event. The direct way he followed Taehyung's every move showed the absolute priority Taehyung places on his personal space and his constant need to keep him within his field of vision. Jungkook's physical adjustment was immediately followed by his reaction upon finally focusing, a broad smile and bright eyes that clearly reflected his deep admiration and affection for him. The way he looks at Taehyung at that precise moment reveals the intensity of their bond, showing a face that conveys pure devotion and a complete closeness that requires no explanation or words. For the entire fan community that closely follows every interaction of Taekook, this unwavering behavior on camera reaffirms that, regardless of the years or where they are, Jungkook seeks to maintain that direct connection with Taehyung, showing how in love he is and how important he is in his life. This dynamic of constant observation is not an isolated incident in their appearances, but a clear pattern that has remained completely intact throughout the years. The way Jungkook looks at Taehyung, with that absolute attention and genuine affection, finds the exact same response from Taehyung when the situation is reversed and it is he who seeks his gaze. The visuals recorded in this video show two people completely synchronized, continuing to look at each other with the same commitment, respect, and affection as always, confirming the strength of their shared history for anyone who watches the original content. The relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook remains strong despite any attempts at disinformation or digital manipulation. The actions they display on screen are not scripted by the company or part of an entertainment strategy for the cameras. Over the years, their actions have demonstrated that the connection between Taekook is completely pure, direct, and without any forced acting. To suggest that this affection will disappear or that it can be replaced by altering videos is a completely unrealistic notion. When Taehyung and Jungkook's real interactions are analyzed, it becomes clear that their closeness is natural and constant in any context. The AI-manipulated images fall apart when compared to the original footage they themselves have released. The insistence of certain groups on denying this bond only confirms the impact of Taekook's presence together. The mutual affection they share doesn't need the validation of false narratives because their actions speak for themselves in every public appearance. Maintaining clarity about what's really happening between Taehyung and Jungkook is key to avoiding online provocations and manipulation. Support for Taekook is based on observable facts, their shared history, and the freedom with which they choose to show their closeness. Fake edits and campaigns against them don't change the reality of what they've built. We encourage you to always check the channel's original content to continue observing the truth behind this relationship in a serious and direct way. Taehyung and Jungkook's habit of staying close to each other at all times no longer surprises those who closely follow every video and photo that comes to light. Seeing Taehyung relaxing peacefully on the sofa while Jungkook plays games and smiles beside him is direct proof that their bond is very real and goes beyond mere work commitments. It's not a coincidence or something casual, but a clear dynamic between the couple that is constantly repeated in different settings, events, and private places they have access to. The tranquility with which Taehyung lies down while Jungkook smiles at the camera reflects the great stability that exists between them. Over time, the visual evidence of Taekook's relationship has become increasingly extensive, clear, and undeniable for all those who observe the facts closely. Although there are people or groups who prefer not to accept the reality of their bond, the real moments they themselves record in their daily lives ultimately confirm the truth. The deep connection they share in these private moments and the way they constantly seek each other's company throughout the day reaffirms that their bond is authentic, serious, genuine, and completely real for all to see. This moment on the sofa adds to the long list of real-life situations where Taehyung and Jungkook transparently demonstrate that they are made for each other. Every piece of original content that comes to light allows us to clearly observe the natural way they manage their lives together in the same space, regardless of what others around them think or say. Taekook's reality is firmly grounded in these observable moments that unfold frame by frame, proving that they remain together as the couple they are. The constant repetition of gestures and dance steps between Taehyung and Jungkook is part of a series of clues that confirm their relationship to fans. Spending every available moment together allows them to develop their own unique language, which they then directly incorporate into their live performances. The fact that Taehyung repeats the same step Jungkook previously performed is a clear indication of how they share habits, ideas, and trends in their private lives. This repetitive behavior at concerts is a transparent way of stating that they are a couple through their actions on stage. Throughout various tours and events, Taekook has made it clear that their priority is always to stay connected and influence each other. Every visual piece of evidence that appears in concert videos reaffirms that their connection is not a matter of coincidences orchestrated by others or random movements. The precision with which Taehyung executed that particular dance demonstrates the level of observation and closeness he has with Jungkook, showing that they are both attentive to each other's every detail. These constant signs at live shows solidify the truth about the genuine affection between Taehyung and Jungkook. The evidence is captured in concert footage and demonstrates that their bond remains strong in every project they undertake together. Each new detail revealed on stage adds concrete proof for Taekook, confirming the authenticity of their story and the strength of their relationship against any attempt to deny their reality. The body language between Taehyung and Jungkook speaks volumes in every public appearance, and this captured moment is yet another irrefutable proof of their relationship. Jungkook's constant effort to find the perfect angle to see Taehyung transparently reflects the fundamental place Taehyung holds in his daily life. There are no distractions in the environment or surroundings that can divert his attention when Taehyung is nearby, and Jungkook's automatic reaction upon seeing him confirms that the connection between them remains as strong as it was in their early years. That clear sparkle in his eyes and the way his face completely transforms when he sees him are concrete details captured frame by frame in the footage. Over time, many group dynamics tend to change or cool, but the way Taekook looks at each other and seeks each other out in front of the cameras remains completely firm and unwavering. Taehyung receives all that attention with his usual naturalness, responding to that closeness with clear gestures that demonstrate the feeling is completely mutual and reciprocal between them. The authenticity of this relationship rests precisely on the consistency of these real moments, where neither of them hides the affection, respect, and admiration they have for each other. To try to deny the evidence of these glances is to ignore what the original video itself shows directly and unfiltered. This scene adds to the long list of visual proof and concrete facts that support the truth about Taehyung and Jungkook as the official couple they have proven to be. The way they seek each other out regardless of distance, the exclusive attention they give each other in front of the cameras, and the loyalty with which they look at each other confirm that their bond is genuine, deep, and truly mature. Every live shot where these same patterns are repeated further demonstrates that the story between Taehyung and Jungkook is completely real and transparent to everyone.